Hello, this is Ade Balogun, the blogger of Locitude.blogspot.com and organizer of Loc Appreciation Day Lagos 2014. Okay, interestingly, Loc Appreciation Day is not my idea. It's an idea that was created or come about in 2011 by a vlogger called Q Chemist in America, and it's simply a day set aside for people who have dada, to appreciate their dada. And I came across it on the internet a few weeks back, and I contacted Q Chemist and some other people, and I realized that I could have been a part of it by hosting. So here I am. I put the word on the streets. People have been very supportive, and today is Loc Appreciation Day Lagos. Okay, a lot of hair community people have different kinds of meetups and setups that they have to celebrate their hair, or programs around hair, but nobody has ever really done anything for locks. And the truth is that people who have locks are usually misunderstood. There's a lot of misconception about what it really is, and people are seen as irresponsible as having it. So this day gives us an opportunity for us to come together, share what our hair problems are, our hair joys are, and discuss it and appreciate it, and help to change the misconceptions that we have about locks generally, especially in Nigeria. Okay, well, I would say the challenges wearing my hair were mostly in the first year, because they were quite short. They were unacceptable for the most part of it. I was working in a very corporate industry. I still work in sort of a corporate industry now, but more technology, so it's more laissez-faire. And that phase was very awkward, and people try to tame you as somebody who is irresponsible generally, or you're supposed to be an artist to have locks. Well, I'm not an artist, and I have locks, and this is my hair, and I'm 100% proud of it. And then those challenges have gone, and right now I think the biggest challenge is even getting people to accept that my hair is my hair. Many people think that it's extensions, and it's just the way I have chosen to live my own life. It's my hair.
I'm Basi Ikbi. My locks. I started locking in 2000. I'd been natural for almost 10 years at that point, and I just needed something else to do. I was already wearing it in a style that looked like dreadlocks, or looked like locks. I don't even say dreadlocks. They look like locks, and just one day decided to go to a salon and start them. I actually washed them out a week later, and then started again, and then it's been 14 years. I think it's important. I think that people don't really understand what locks are, and they don't understand the process. I think they have a lot of misconceptions about what locks are and what they aren't, and a day like today helps educate people, and then people get to see locks in a different light. I think they have preconceived notions about what it means to be locked, to have locks, what locks look like, and to have people come out and say, no, they're actually this, or you can do versatile things with it. They're very diverse. They're very pretty. They're very, you can rock different styles with them. You can do whatever you want with them. It's just hair.
Up to like the front, you have this really nice picture I saw of someone who has long locks. I think the big pompadour on her forehead is like really big, so you can really play with it. You can push it to the side if you wanted.
When people have done pompadours for me, it always looks like a real fresh bang. So it's gonna help us pin it down. That's all. That was so shady. No, just go ahead. Make her look pretty. She's already pretty. Make her look prettier. No, she's already prettier.
My name is Damlala. Experience is what actually inspired it, because when you're someone who have locks, there are a lot of experiences you have. We mostly call it the hair journey, because there's journey to heavy locks. No matter how long you've had it or how short you've had it, there's always a journey to it, because we see the locks as our crowns. It's what is covering our hair, so it's a crown.
Yeah, this is Gash 11, aka King Kugute, aka Triple Tuale, musician, author, music producer. Let me say, I think I'll say it's nature actually, because I want to plant a seed in my life, and dreadlocks to me is like life. it's like life. It's like a tree of life. It's like a tree of life. So actually, having a dreadlock is like I'm planting a seed in my life, and every locks actually means something to me. Actually, some people call it dada, some people call it dreadlocks, some people call it, different name, rasta. Some people different names people call it locks. But the thing is, this in the African way, they call it dada, uluweyo.
Experience is like stretch your neck, turn your head. Then you're like, oh my god.
I don't know.
I don't know how did you get that picture?
My name is Adebantu. I'm an artist, and yeah, I love natural hair. That's why I'm here. I've been wearing dreadlocks for about 24 years, so I guess it's just good to see people come together, like-minded individuals, people that appreciate naturalness. I'm kind of like bored of seeing weave-ons and people with bald heads, so it's good to just have my people around me. So that's why I'm here. I heard about it and I was really excited and very curious because the question is, what kind of people wear dreadlocks? How do they take care of their hair? What kind of grooming techniques do they want to share or do they apply on a daily basis? And I just wanted to trade some secrets and maybe learn a thing or two about maintaining and grooming my locks. So that's why I'm here. I'm here with an open mind and I'm extremely curious to see and hear what people have to share. I think dread is a statement. It's just basically you're proud of being black, you're proud of your Africanness, you connect to a history of resistance because people that started wearing dreads, it's a whole, you can go, if you're Yoruba, you can connect to Dada, you can connect to Shango. If you can look at the history of resistance in Jamaica with the whole Maroon movement, the Rastafarian movement. You can go to Eastern Africa, the Mau Mau movement. So it's a lot of history. The locks, wearing locks is a very conscious decision because you know that your family are not going to be too happy. They might call you weary and all kinds of things. Your pastor might want to pray for you. Your imam might want to ban you from going into the mosque. And standing your grounds and saying, you know what, I'm proud of my natural hair and I am proud of the heritage that goes with it. I think it's a statement in itself. So it's good to see that people are beginning to appreciate it more. When I was doing dreads years ago, I remember I got a lot of negative feedback and a lot of people felt that I wasn't doing the right thing. But now it's maybe a bit easier now, I would say, for anyone who wants to grow dreads.
So a flyer, I have to be a part of this, and I was very happy because this decision to host this event wasn't, I didn't look for it. It kind of found me, and I've just been going along. I've gotten a lot of support, and Passy Inclusive has been very, very helpful setting all of this up. So Passy, welcome. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm loud and I don't need the microphone, but I'll hold it anyway. How's everyone? Thank you for braving the rain and I was going to say snow, but that's an American thing. Thank you for being here. One thing that Ade said is very true. I've been locks for 14 years. Since 2000 is when I started my locks. And back then, people were barely natural, not to talk of locks, unless you were a Rasta. And I have to be very clear, I'm not a Rasta. Please don't call me Empress. I don't know how to respond to any of your slang, the lingo. But as I've watched the natural hair movement grow, I've noticed that locks have kind of been pushed to the side. And almost until they're not as valid, or people say, oh, well, I can't do locks, but I'll do this. And I think that Loc Appreciation Day is very, very important because it lets people know exactly what locks are. It lets people know how to care for them, what they are exactly, so that people don't have like a misconception that you never wash your hair, which I think is crazy that people think that, or that you can't style it, or it's not. I've heard people say that locks aren't feminine.
This event came about very interestingly through a conversation that the organizer, Ade, and I had. One day, sat by a poolside just talking about our dreadlocks, and it just evolved into something different. It's a way of just appreciating the hair on your head. You know, something that we've been through. It's really weird, the relationship that people with dreadlocks have. They understand each other. So it's a way of appreciating the fact that we have something very different, very unique, very natural, very, you know, it's like a crown on your head, and it's just a way of appreciating this. Well, like I said, it's just to, you know, let people know what it's all about. That dreadlocks aren't something to be ashamed of. They're not something to be scared of. They're not something to think that it's impossible to do or impossible to maintain. We do wash our hair. We do keep our hair clean, and just demystify the myths about having dreadlocks. You know, yeah. We've just been talking about it inside. We had a debate about how people see locks and how they view it in, let's say, in the workplace, in society, and really a lot of people still have that negative image of it. But what we try and do is just make it seem like it's not as bad as people think. There are responsible people underneath this hair. There are very well successful, well-off people that carry dreadlocks. It doesn't mean that you're an irresponsible person. It doesn't mean that you smoke weed, you're a Rastafarian. It's just a hairstyle, and you know, it's something that just brightens you as a person. For me, it was the natural next step, because I'd always had natural hair from when I was old enough to decide not to have relaxer on my hair. So I had carried my natural hair, my afro. I used to just be out here, braid it, I'll do Alicia Keys and try and look all pretty. But the next, like I said, the natural next step was to lock my hair, and probably the best thing I ever did. Really. Mixed. Some people love it. In London, you always have, you have a lot of Caribbeans, you have a lot of Jamaicans, and they absolutely love it. You'll be walking out on the street, and it's like we belong to a club. You pass somebody, that's but I think my mom's reaction was the weirdest. She was like, oh my god, it's a phase, you're going to grow out of it very soon. Now, 10 years later,
Does she love it now that it's long?
She's used to it, let's say.
I remember I was going to ease my parents into it. They were in DC, I was in Brooklyn, in New York. And I called my mom to tell her I cut my hair. She said, oh, okay, as long as you don't do locks. And I was like, okay. And I had to wait about 2 months before I went home, and then I just kind of like, and you're grown, there's nothing you can do about it. But how about you in Nigeria starting locks? How did that come out?
Well, I decided to start my locks because I just grew bored of relaxers and I wanted to try something new. Locks had been attractive to me for no, particular reason. So I used to see people with long hair, long locks, and I'm like, oh, why did you do your hair? So I was introduced to salon after salon after salon. And sorry. And so I started my locks in some salon in Ikeja with some green concussion. I have no idea what was in it. After they put the concussion on my hair, they patted my hair and twisted it, and then they brought out a block of foam. And
oh my god, what is that? Someone did that to me 3 months ago!
Yeah, and then use it to massage my head aggressively over and over and over again and put me under a dryer. This thing didn't dry. I got home, it stained all my pillowcases, my pillows got soaked with this thing that I still do not know what it was. So it was an interesting journey. I almost quit many times.
Right. Never seen a guy this fly.